Welcome back, Keulers. Barcelona's transfer window is heating up fast, and we've got 3 massive updates you don't want to miss. First, an imminent new signing is expected to undergo medical tests this Sunday, joining the rest of the squad as preseason begins, and all signs point to a deal being finalized within hours. Meanwhile, the club has opened official transfer talks with another La Liga rival, signaling their intent to further strengthen key areas of the pitch. And off the field, there's a major structural change brewing. Barcelona are preparing to appoint a close confidant of Deco as their new head of scouting, a move that could reshape the club's entire recruitment strategy moving forward. Barcelona players will reconvene this Sunday, July 13th, at the club's Ciutat Esportiva facilities to begin preseason under Hansi Flick. The entire squad will be subjected to medical tests on the first day after returning from their vacations following a hugely successful season. Rooney Bargi also expected to be involved. Now, according to Javi Miguel of AS, Rooney Bargi is also among the players scheduled to undergo medical tests on Sunday. The 18-year-old winger from FC Copenhagen is all set to sign for Barcelona imminently in a deal worth around €2 million. He has already completed the first part of his medicals, but he will be subjected to further tests on Sunday with the rest of the squad. His medical evaluation will be crucial, as he has a history of serious injuries, most notably an ACL injury in May 2024 that sidelined him for nearly a year. Bargi's final clearance will depend on the results of Sunday's review. Once the deal is finalized and made official, the teenage winger is expected to be involved in preseason with the Barcelona first team, although he is set to be a part of the Barca athletic team once the season starts. Who else will report? In addition to Bargi, Oriol Romeu is another unexpected face to be scheduled for medicals on Sunday. The veteran is back after his loan spell at Girona, but is not part of Hansi Flick's plans and is expected to leave soon. Meanwhile, a group of 8 players from the reserve side, Landry Ferré, Juan Hernandez, Jofre Torrents, Jan Virgili, Ibrahim Diarra, Tony Fernandez, Gil Fernandez and Diaro Fernandez, have also been called up and will train with the senior team. Pablo Torre, however, will not be present. The midfielder has been excluded from the list to finalize his transfer to Mallorca. Barcelona begin negotiations with another La Liga club over potential transfer. FC Barcelona have officially started transfer discussions with one of their La Liga rivals, as the club looks to reinforce their squad ahead of the new season. Talks are underway, and depending on how things progress, we could see another domestic deal wrapped up in the coming days. The brass at La Liga champions Barcelona are locked in talks with city rivals Girona over a potential summer transfer. That's according to Diario Sport, citing both Foot Africa and Africa Foot, who point towards David Oduro as the player at the center of the discussions. Oduro, for those not familiar with his name, is a 19-year-old defender who generally operates at left back. The Ghanaian made the move to Catalonia's capital from his home country of Ghana last year, since going on to ply his trade with Barca Athletic. Despite fleeting game time this past season, Oduro is held in high regard, boasting impressive attacking abilities and a fine left foot. And such talents, it would appear, have now piqued the attentions of another of La Liga's clubs. As per a report from Sport, citing several sources in Oduro's home continent of Africa, the youngster is closing on what is expected to be a loan move to Barca's Catalan neighbors Girona. Barcelona set to appoint Deco's close confidant as new head of scouting. Deco has established immense power and influence within the Barcelona ranks since being appointed as the club's sporting director. Deco plays a key role in dictating Barcelona's transfer policies, but he also has great influence on staff hiring. To that end, it appears Barcelona are on the verge of hiring one of Deco's close confidants as they look for a new head of scouting. That is because Paulo Araujo, who was serving as the club's head of scouting, has left Barcelona after his contract ended on June 30th. Barcelona eyed João Amaral as a replacement. According to Sport, Barcelona are planning to cover up the departure of Araujo by bringing in Rio Ave's technical director, João Amaral. Amaral is regarded as a close confidant of Deco and is aware of exactly how the latter operates and executes his business within an organization. This could help Amaral quickly integrate himself into the Barcelona setup and get to work immediately. Amaral has already informed Rio Ave that he has accepted Barcelona's offer and will leave his role as technical director effective immediately. The Portuguese has even reached a salary agreement with Barcelona while also making contact with several members of his new team. Amaral's appointment, therefore, could only be a matter of time. Deco has chosen to appoint the Portuguese because of the personal trust and faith he has in the 38-year-old. Having worked with Rio Ave, Amaral may already have a solid scouting network in Brazil and could be a great addition to the Barcelona scouting team. As for Araujo, everything suggests he is headed to the Premier League for a new adventure altogether. As Barca ramp up preseason preparations, it's clear that big moves are happening on all fronts, on the pitch and behind the scenes. With a new signing set for medicals, fresh transfer negotiations underway, and Deco's trusted ally stepping into a key leadership role, the club is showing serious intent to build for the future. Hansi Flick wants quality, Deco wants structure, and fans want results. And this summer could be the foundation for something truly special. If you enjoyed this update, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single twist in this exciting transfer window. Welcome back to the channel, Culers. A new season is approaching fast, and Barcelona is buzzing with preparation, pressure, and promise under new coach Hansi Flick. Training is about to resume, but major decisions still hang in the air, especially when it comes to Barcelona's goalkeeping dilemma. With Joan Garcia officially joining the club, and Ter Stegen returning early from vacation, the battle for the #1 spot is heating up. Meanwhile, Szczęsny stays and Inaki Peña is expected to leave. But that's not all. Barca just secured the signature of Croatian wonderkid Lovro Čelfi, a signing full of long-term promise. And with Flick pushing hard for a new defensive signing, all eyes are now on potential fullback reinforcements, with Denzel Dumfries emerging as a serious target. Let's break down everything happening behind the scenes at Camp Nou right now. The current atmosphere at FC Barcelona is one of preparation and anticipation for next season. Hansi Flick expects his players to return to the club soon from their vacations, and there is no more time for rest. For Barcelona, the objective is now to focus on the preseason tour. However, there is a certain dilemma that has to be dealt with at the club as well. That particular issue has to deal with the goalkeeping situation, as there are now 3 players at the club that will be fighting for a starting position, but Barca will likely put their trust in only 2 of them. One of those players is Joan Garcia, and he seems to be the player that Barcelona wish to place their trust in. The Spaniard arrived this summer and happens to be the first and only signing for the club so far at the time of writing. Joan Garcia and Ter Stegen finally coincide. The other 2 first-team goalkeepers are Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Wojciech Szczęsny, while Inaki Peña seems to be on his way out. As for Szczęsny, the player's contract was recently renewed and it seems likely that Barcelona are trusting him to be the backup to Garcia next season. That leaves 33-year-old Ter Stegen in a rather complicated spot, but he still reportedly returned to the Ciutat Esportiva early this summer. There, as highlighted by Marca, he finally coincided with Joan Garcia for the first time since the Spaniard has joined Barcelona. Garcia has been working at the Barcelona facility since Tuesday, and Ter Stegen has now returned on Thursday as well. For both players, the objective is to find a starting spot in the team next season and prove to Hansi Flick that they are the ones to be relied upon. The German wants to stay at Barcelona. However, even though Garcia has been signed by the club to improve the squad's overall quality, Ter Stegen will not exactly leave just like that. While his departure would be quite beneficial in terms of the salary space, the German goalkeeper seems to want to stay for now. Recent reports have suggested that while that may be the case for now, he could re-evaluate his situation in January if he gets extremely limited playing time. That would be due to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and that tournament is something that Ter Stegen does not want to miss or be a part of as anything but Germany's #1 choice between the sticks. Official: Barcelona confirmed new midfield signing this summer. La Liga champions FC Barcelona have officially strengthened their youth setup with the arrival of a new midfield talent. The club continues to invest in its future by reinforcing key positions, and this latest addition adds depth and promise to the next generation of Barca stars. This move is part of the club's broader strategy to develop talent internally, ensuring the pipeline from La Masia to the first team remains strong in the years to come. This comes amid confirmation of the arrival of Croatian starlet Lovro Čelfi. The name of youngster Čelfi emerged as a prominent one in the media chatter surrounding Barcelona earlier this week. As much came after widespread confirmation was forthcoming that the Blaugrana had earmarked the starlet as a leading transfer target with a view to next season. Čelfi, for his part, is an 18-year-old attack-minded midfielder, who has long been considered a potential star in the making in his home country of Croatia. And as alluded to above, over the last 24 hours, his move to one of European football's biggest clubs has been confirmed. As revealed in a statement across the social media platforms of Croatian outfit NK Kostasija, Čelfi has put pen to paper on terms with Barcelona. Hansi Flick pushing Barcelona for a new defensive signing, 2 players on the radar. A critical week lies ahead of Barcelona with the first team set to return to training, Hansi Flick set to return to work, and several transfer decisions that require his attestation set to make progress. In Joan Garcia, the club have already acquired the services of a difference maker and fixed one of the most critical departments in the dressing room. Nico Williams would have been the ideal second signing, but a last-minute collapse means it will no longer unfold. Now, the manager must identify the positions where he sees an urgent need for reinforcement, and Sport brings to light one such area of concern he has identified: a new fullback. As reported by the outlet, Flick sees the signing of a new fullback to be an absolute priority to improve the defensive performance. The concern, particularly, is at left back where the manager would like a new physical and defensively sound recruit. Gerard Martin's departure, however, is seen to be the key preliminary step for the club to sign a new left back, and the player's paralyzed future leaves little space for Barcelona to pursue the signing of Alejandro Grimaldo, who was even rumored as a target. The fullback now linked with Barcelona is Inter Milan's Denzel Dumfries, a player who passed his audition for Barcelona with flying colors in their UEFA Champions League clash last season. The player has a €25 million release clause, which is very tempting. However, it has a deadline until the end of this month and must be completed in July. Dumfries, after all, is capable of playing on both sides and is a player who has impressed Flick. Barcelona must thus make a final decision on whether or not they are looking to bulk up the fullback department this summer and manage finances for the same. Time, after all, is of the essence. As preseason begins, Barcelona's future is being shaped right now, in the training ground, in the boardroom, and in the transfer market. The arrival of Joan Garcia signals a potential changing of the guard in goal, but Ter Stegen isn't backing down without a fight. Lovro Chelsea's quiet arrival may not be headline-grabbing today, but could be a long-term masterstroke. And Hansi Flick's demand for a reliable physical fullback, possibly Dumfries, shows he's not wasting any time upgrading the defense. With financial constraints, tight deadlines, and big expectations, this summer could define Barcelona's entire season. Stay tuned for more in-depth analysis, and if you enjoyed this update, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for everything Barca, all season long.